First, the input is broken up into a bunch of little pieces. These pieces are called tokens, and in the case of text, these tend to be words or little pieces of words or other common character combinations. Each one of these tokens is then associated with a vector, meaning some list of numbers, which is meant to somehow encode the meaning of that piece. If you think of these vectors as giving coordinates in some very high-dimensional space, words with similar meanings tend to land on vectors that are close to each other in that space. This sequence of vectors then passes through an operation that's known as an attention block, and this allows the vectors to talk to each other and pass information back and forth to update their values. After that, these vectors pass through a different kind of operation, and depending on the source that you're reading, this will be referred to as a multi-layer perceptron or maybe a feed-forward layer. And here, the vectors don't talk to each other. They all go through the same operation in parallel. The step is a little bit like asking a long list of questions about each vector, and then updating them based on the answers to those questions. Until at the very end, the hope is that all of the essential meaning of the passage has somehow been baked into the very last vector in the sequence. We then perform a certain operation on that last vector that produces a probability distribution over all possible tokens that might come next. Once you have a tool that predicts what comes next given a snippet of text, you can feed it a little bit of seed text and have it repeatedly play this game of predicting what comes next, appending it, and then repeating over and over.